How's it going, Shy?
Not bad. Not bad. How are you doing?
I'm good. I was actually wondering, Shy, did we I know we posted the poll for it. Did we ever figure out
Did we ever decide?
Yeah, like who won the in terms of the names?
Oh no, I don't know if we've ever decided on a name.
Okay.
I know that the correspondents seem to be leading, but someone mentioned, I mean, you could just go troops, which also makes sense.
Yeah.
Whichever one is shorter and punchier and will work on a hat or a mug or a tote bag, you want it to be something catchy like that.
Yeah. Well, I felt that way. I feel that way. I feel like the group should be the troops.
Okay.
And you're a correspondent if you send in an article.
Pardon me. That's brilliant.
Right?
Yeah.
I thought about it a lot because I was like, these two seem to be the most fitting, and they're the ones that people were most like attached to.
Okay. So listeners are
there you go.
Troops. Okay. I can't spell listen. Okay, there we are. Listeners are troops. And then correspondence. Okay. All right. I like that.
Yeah. And I'm looking at the poll results. It actually matches that now.
Mm-hmm.
The columnists and the editors did not get any votes, so I'm sorry for those submissions. They got no love. I liked them, but the people said no. They only had one vote. And admittedly, this wasn't like the New York election. You don't put 5 names in.
Yeah,
okay?
So we're not, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people had one vote. With 5% of the votes, the war reporters. With 10% of the votes, the editors and the newsroom both got 10% each. I thought the newsroom was going to do better.
Yeah, that's kind of cute.
Yeah. Then with 33% of the vote, the troops.
Okay.
And the winner with 43% of the votes was the correspondence.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
The people have spoken.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good to me.
I'm with it. So the troops, the correspondents, going forward, much respect. Appreciate y'all support.
Thanks for making that decision for us.
And yes, sincerely, because we suck at this stuff.
Yeah, we're real bad.
Oh man, I love it. Like I was thinking of that too, because like the troops is a lot easier on like printing stuff. I'm waiting for it to show up in the mail. Like you're gonna see a very drastically different set here one of these days. I ordered banners for my room with the war report stuff.
Okay. Like the font and everything.
Yeah, I got one with the full like 90 versions of us at war, like the CNN cover.
Okay.
And I got another one with the little emblem of GNS that shows up when you download the podcast.
Okay, great.
So I got one of each, I figured
you're going to hang them.
I'm going to hang them up. You're going to see them in the background.
Wow.
It's going to be a lot.
Yeah, it is. Okay, you know what? Thank you for warning me. I absolutely appreciate you telling me beforehand.
Yeah, I thought about it. I was like, I'm a surprise. I was like, that's a lot to like just spring on somebody.
Just what? I would definitely worry if you had not said anything to anyone and then suddenly you just show up on the screen with that behind you. I for sure would want to like contact your wife and go, hey, can you just... How's he doing? Is he okay? Is he sleeping?
Start my own country, okay?
Yeah, like, have you been down there? I feel like you should go down there.
Yo, real talk, I invite her down to my office like once every 3 months for like my sanity's sake. Like just to know like I ain't going too far with my plans down here, right?
Right.
Like just double check, like is like there's a safe amount of post-it notes on the wall, right? Okay, cool.
Like, no, you can never explain away like post-it notes. I love writing things on post-it notes and just putting them. I used to, when I started out doing comedy, I didn't use Google Calendar. I'm a wall calendar kind of person. but I didn't have a wall calendar at the time. So what I would do is I would write down whenever I had a show to do on a Post-it and then stick it on the back of my front door, the front door to my house. So then I was like, well, let me just organize this. So I just put the days of the week on a on Post-its, and I just made my own Post-it calendar on the back of my front door. And then people would come in and they'd leave and they're like, oh, wow, you got a lot going on. And I'm like, I know. And then if I had an idea, I would write it on a Post-it and then I would stick the Post-it wherever I was when I thought of that idea. So that meant in front of my television, I'd have 3 Post-its on the entertainment center, just with ideas on them. In the kitchen, there'd be one like on above the microwave or by the on the hood over the stove. In random places all over.
I love this whole beautiful mind aspect of you.
Yeah, it's great. And I still, like, my monitor at work has Post-its all around the edge, but some of them are like, oh, here are the dates of the board meeting for the year. And then another Post-it is like, here are all the dates of Mercury retrograde for the year. And then another one is like,
equally important.
Here's this computer's passwords, which people are like, you shouldn't put your passwords on. I'm like, it's my work computer. I don't give a fuck. If I decide to leave, you're going to need to get in there, right? Like, I don't care. If I've decided to leave the job just out of the blue, please believe I probably stayed over the night before with a couple of thumb drives, taking anything I need off of that computer. Go on in there. See what I'm doing.
I dare you. Okay.
Yeah. It's literally nothing but like past flyers of shows, just flyers that I've made. That's really, there's nothing incriminating. Just like, oh yeah. And I mean, y'all watched me do them. So whatever.
Basically.
Yeah.
I bought erasable markers.
Oh, wow.
So I could like write on my door.
Okay.
Because the door's painted white. So I was like, oh, I could like write on this door. And I use it to like jot down ideas for like shows and stories and jokes.
Mm-hmm. They make whiteboards.
I do. I have one of those. My wife has been arguing on behalf of that. But when she organized, this office was like a storage space once.
Mm-hmm.
And when we started the podcast, I was like, yo, I need a space that's not in your way. So she like fully organized this office and made it possible. Wow. Yeah, like we would be in my kitchen right now, Sha. You know what I mean? We would be in my kitchen. I would be divorced after like a year of this. But that's what would be the situation. But yeah, like, we started doing Zoom shows and all of that. So like I needed a space for it. But she found the whiteboard that I owned and used years ago. I forgot what for. I think like that's how we like communicated like when during the week, because I was getting up at like 1 a.m. for like Frito-Lay. So I would like leave notes on it. But yeah, it's in my closet. And she's like, it's back there, but it is in there.
Right.
And I was like, but I got a whole like white door,
Oh no.
So yeah, I got markers. I got a metal pen holder that sticks to the door. Mm-hmm. It's a basement door, so like it's like heavy duty, like it's just crazy. And then I added all the little like foam panels.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I got those all over the basement. I got a rug, so it helps kill the reflections and adds a little like pizzazz to the room. I don't feel quite like I'm in a dungeon, down here. I wanted a black one. Gabby was like, nah, you need some light down there. Yeah. You got like a white, blue, and gray pattern. It's cute, Not visible, but like when I walk in, I feel like I'm in a house.
That's good. That's good. That's all that matters.
Straight up. I'm going to get a plastic plant, just to add a little something in here. Shy, it's crazy.
Wow. That plant stuff that she's doing really is rubbed off on you in a way.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to keep it alive. That's crazy.
Right. No,
I don't got time for that. But I see the value of like
a little greenery.
There's life in here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that. Because I was thinking about it. I was like, I want to get these banners for the podcast so that visually, when people see the recordings, it looks more professional. But then I was like, yo, like, it's not that a lot of people come down here because it's my office, but like, if you come in to like an 8x8 room and 2/3 of that room is covered by like a 4x6 and another 4x6, like, emblem with a
Mhm.
bomb and 3 letters. That looks
Yeah.
crazy, you know.
Yeah, it's an odd look.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I felt like I needed the plant and the rug to like balance that out a little bit. So I've
Yeah,
been working on that, you
to
know.
humanize your cell. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a process. But yeah, we're almost there. I'm excited. We made a lot of progress. I also built a weird station for a future project that will come out way later that no one would think I'm working on. But in a nutshell, I'm gonna do a stop motion movie.
Stop motion animation?
Yeah, I'm doing one next to me right now. So I built like a whole station for that.
Like with clay where you
I'm using cutouts and like so the main character is a bottle of Malta India.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
I gotta
All
make
right.
it for me, you know what I mean?
Sure.
That's the whole goal. Like I got tired of all these stop motion animations not representing my people.
Right.
So yeah, I felt like if it was centered around like a Malta bottle, you know,
Mhm.
it would be like oh, this guy's from Brooklyn.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I'm doing. But yeah, I needed a station for that where like my kids wouldn't run through it. So yeah, you gonna see. I'm trying to win like I'm trying to enter it into weird festivals next year.
Okay, gotcha. Weird festivals.
Straight up, you gonna see me announcing on Twitter like, hey, I won all these festival entries. It's gonna be like the most niche festival ever. You know,
Okay.
stop motion animation festival winner for weirdest use of a bottled beverage, Gastor Almonte.
I'm here for it. I'm here
Amen.
for it. Yeah.
Trying to change the game, you know?
Yeah. Yes, we are trying to find a weird game and then change it. Yep.
Oh yeah. You know who supports me? The troops, okay?
The troops, yeah. The troops. Let's give it up for the troops.
Shouts to the troops. Y'all gonna get some weird projects y'all didn't know I was into. It's gonna be great.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Making it happen out here. Let's get into the news.
Yes.
Pizza has a delivery problem, Sha. That's right. Pizza places have always been experts when it comes to deliveries, but now they're facing a problem. Not enough drivers. In early March, Domino's then CEO Rich Allison warned that a driver shortage would drag on business. Delivery driver staffing may remain a significant challenge in the near term. He was right, and the problem has continued into this year. In the first 3 months of 2022, delivery at Domino's U.S. stores that were open at least 1 year fell by 10.7% compared to the prior year. Overall sales at those stores fell 3.6% in that period, due in part to staffing issues. The difficulty in finding and keeping employees has hampered business across multiple sectors, but the restaurant industry has been hit particularly hard. It's not just Domino's, by the way. Pizza Hut, owned by Yum Brands, is also hurting. The brand in the U.S. dropped 6% in the first quarter due to our delivery channel, where capacity constraints limited our ability to meet the demand.
Okay. I think there's something that needs to be said about pizza delivery. And I've not had a job where I've had to deliver anything, pizza or or anything concrete. I've been unable to do it, but um, uh, it's a it's kind of a rough job.
Yeah.
It's kind of a hard job, and it's a thankless job. They get all of the shit because they're sometimes the only person that you see from the various places. So they get yelled at. They get slammed on when people are you didn't get it here fast enough, and they have to deal with everybody's sense of entitlement over and over and over, and then they still got to hope for tips on top of that because it's not paid well enough. Add to that, gas prices are going up, so your money isn't going the money isn't going as far as it used to because they still got to gas up. Wear and tear on a car, constantly smelling like oregano, which seems like that would be a negative. I personally would like it. If I date someone who smelled like oregano and garlic all the time, get out of here. Get into my bed. I'd absolutely date you. But yeah, it's a rough thing. And right now, I don't know if we're really in the mood to do shit like this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I don't blame anybody for saying I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I think that's really it. Like I feel like if you do delivery, like it's a grind job. Like it's a job that's like I'm trying to work my way through something. Like I'm in college. I'm in a tough, like I'm trying to get through something. I'm trying to make extra cash.
Right.
That's not right. Like it's a job that's dope in that regard. Like, cause it's flexible with hours. You can like fit it into your hustle.
Mm-hmm.
But it's to your point, the amount of BS you deal with, the only reason you would deal with that is if you grinding through something. Like, I got to get through this period. I'm going to see the other side.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like it has to be worth your while to put up with that kind of bullshit. And I don't know if it's really worth anyone's while right now.
Yeah. I don't think anyone is like at that point right now. I think there's other options that the pay is similar or better, with less issues, less risks, less damage to your property. There's so much involved with that. Like, yeah, I don't know if it's worth it. You know what I mean? I get the free pizza thing. That's pretty cool. You know?
Yeah, sure.
But that gets tiring.
That does. And also, like, I mean, except for people who are unable to leave their homes for whatever reason, you know, disability or what have you. That's not everybody who's ordering a pizza. And so I kind of feel like if you are able to go and get that pizza, like maybe do that. Yeah. Maybe go get the pizza, save yourself a couple of bucks, see, you know, how tough. Think of how hard it is for you to bring home your pizza. Like you just went to pick up your pizza. Now you got to make sure there's a space in the back seat for it to lay flat. Or if you put it in the front seat that you don't stop short and that shit goes flying into the footbed. Now you got pizza. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
there's a lot just for you to get your food home. So now imagine somebody with bags full of those, like trying to get them to all the different places. And then there's just the danger. There's also a danger thing, you know, like, hey man, it's robin season all the time right now.
Yeah. And how do you deliver? Like, I don't even understand some of the things. Like, delivery for first, it's done most here, but I don't think it's designed for New York at all. Like, that whole system doesn't make sense to me. Like,
I mean, honestly, to me, it depends on the food.
Right.
I feel like pizza is a car. It's a car delivery thing. Yeah. I can't see someone being on a bike, electric bike or whatever, with pies stacked up where the basket would be, trying to ride down the street.
Yo, it's bananas. Like that. I always like. I remember like my friend. I was so excited when like me and him got cool because he lived in the projects, and I've been dying to ask someone in the projects how do they get delivery. And he said, "Oh, I don't have that problem because I live on the first floor." Said he still delivered to me, and I was so like disappointed in him. You know, I was like, "Yo, bro, I needed you for this, and you can't answer the one question I had."
You just go down and meet him,
right? Like
if
that's
you're
what
a
makes
good
sense to me,
right?
If
You
you're
would go
a good
down
dude.
and meet, yeah. But if you're not a good person or you can't make it down there,
because like that wouldn't be fair. Like, how do we deliver? Yo, you on the 18th floor? Nah, B, that's crazy. That's on you.
And the elevators are out.
Yeah, like there's so much extra to the process of it.
Yeah.
What if you live in like one of the middle buildings?
I mean, they may just tell them we don't deliver there. That's the other thing. Yeah. Is that not every restaurant? I mean, they draw their own lines. I definitely. In an apartment I lived in, I had a friend who worked at a pizza place that apparently my apartment was right outside of the line of where they would deliver, which I thought was wild because I'm like, but everything all around me you do, but whatever. But my friend was like, I'll bring it to you. And you know, he did. And it was just like, look at how easy that was. And he's like, that's just because I know where you are. All the rest of this is a maze and nobody wants to go through it or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I see that then.
Yeah.
You know,
that shit is work. I delivered maybe like 20 orders during my time with Uber.
Okay.
Because it'll show up. It doesn't, you know, Uber order, if you're on the app, it treats it just like customers. It just popped up regardless of. You ain't know what was next.
Oh, you mean like if you're driving Uber, you can either pick up a person or you can go get someone's food.
Right. So and it would show up like do you want the next customer? And like, I didn't know if the customer was a person or food. It was just, yeah.
Oh
So
man.
I would randomly get like food deliveries. So I was like, all right, cool, I'll take that. So like, I realized real fast, like, oh, I'm not doing this job long. And it was mostly the food deliveries. The people in the car chill because they got like a sense of like, I can't be a jerk. I'm in the car with you like for like 10, 20 minutes. People getting deliveries did not care at all.
Yeah.
You know, they don't know what's going on. They don't know what you dealt with to get there. Like, you don't know the laws I broke to get you this delivery on time, you know? And it didn't matter. They would make no eye contact with you. You know? It was weird. Like, it was probably the most non-human I felt doing a gig.
Oh, wow.
You know, like people would just grab the item, not look at you, and keep it moving. And especially now that they don't even tip in cash. Like, there's literally no
reason
to talk to you.
Yeah.
You know, and this was pre-COVID, where at least like, you know, like I can even imagine now where like, yo, like it's just like leaving a box. Like, I don't even know how it works. But it was the first time I felt like, oh, I'm just a machine. Like, I just show up and drop food to these people.
Yeah.
Very trippy.
I don't want to mess up my car with someone's drink. When I would, if I worked at a place where people went out to get lunch, and sometimes, you know, they're like, oh, where are you going? Will you get me lunch? Blah, blah, blah. I was adamant about, I will pick up your lunch for you. I will order your food. I'll you know, bring it back. But you got to get your own drink from wherever. I ain't carrying nobody's drinks in my car. No, because I had like little, you know, I had like a little car with bucket seats. I don't have like, and all my cars, I've never owned a car that was made in a year that started with 2. So I've never had a car with like big cup holders or anything like that. I was like, I'm shoving it in between the space between the seat and the emergency brake lever. I'm not doing that for like 4 of us. Get your own, go up to the store, get your own drink. I ain't bringing back drinks.
I got standards here, okay?
Yeah.
I ain't about that life.
I don't see you pitching in to clean out my Mazda MX-3.
Yeah, word. If you spill the drink, they mad at you.
Right.
You spilled my drink in my car. Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to get it to you. It ain't even my drink. Now my car got to smell like Dr. Pepper. I hate Dr. Pepper. Yeah. So, you know, there's probably going to be a delivery problem for a while because it's not a great job. And I think right now, after what we've been through, people are rethinking what they want to do with their time.
Yeah, word up. The one thing I have seen has been dope with and it's only specific to like the gig workers that are like Seamless and Grubhub and stuff like that. I've enjoyed seeing people that are doing deliveries only for fun. Like, I've seen people that are like, yo, you bored? I'm gonna go out for deliveries, and they're doing deliveries with their homie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because like they were like, yo, we gonna hang out in the living room anyway. Let's just make $30.
Yeah.
Send out some food. Their energy is very different.
Yeah, I don't understand them, but good on them.
I've enjoyed those people. They show up as a duo.
As a duo. Yeah.
I
don't think I've experienced that. I think I live in an area where everybody here is working. So
I like, you know, like how people order food because they high, like they deliver food because they high.
Because they're high, yeah, right.
They're like, yo, let's go kick it. Yo, like I had someone deliver checkers and they're like, yo, I should have got some for me too. That shit smelled great.
See, I don't want someone to say that to me because I'm like, yo, you dip into my fries? See, I just go. I mean, if it's possible, I just go get the food, I guess.
In other news, thousands of British fish and chip shops could close within the year. That's right. The United Kingdom's fish and chip shops, say that 3 times fast, are under severe strain as the prices of key ingredients, including cod and cooking oil, soar as a result of Russia's assault on the Ukraine. As many as a third of the country's roughly 10,000 fish and chip restaurants could close in the next 9 months. said Andrew Crook, president of the National Federation of Fish Fryers. Wow, this is so many surprises in this article. The crisis is the worst he's seen. The trade group represents 1,200 fish and chip businesses and has been running for more than a century.
Yeah, they serious about them fish and chips, bro.
Yo,
they serious. They ain't playing around.
This is madness. Crook, who owns his own shop, said prices started rising towards the end of last year, but cost of staple ingredients have shot up since late February when Russia invaded the Ukraine.
Oh, wow. That's rough.
Yeah.
I don't know much about anything really, but definitely about British food. But I do know that fish and chips, they are very serious about. For as much of a third of 10,000, so that's what, 33, 35.
Yeah.
3,500 shops may. Yikes.
That's real. That's taking an L. 40% of the industry's cod comes from Russian waters.
Really?
Yeah, and about half of its sunflower oil comes from the Ukraine.
Wow.
That is crazy. Yeah. That's diesel.
Okay,
businesses are paying up to 83% more for sunflower oil compared to early March. So yeah, that'll put a hamper in your business.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll fuck it up.
Hell yeah. Yo, and real talk, I was thinking about, I was surprised by all of this. I didn't realize the effect that Russia and Ukraine can have on English food. B, I didn't realize there were 10,000 fish and chip shops, but then it made sense because I can't think of anything else good to eat from England. So I figured, all right, they really leaning in on this.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. It's wild because anyone in England, they're just like, their Indian food is fantastic. And I'm like, okay, that's not English food. And then also, why? Why do you think their Indian food's so great? Like, could it possibly be, you know what? Don't want to even get into it. But yeah. When the best thing about your food is the food from a place you colonized.
Yeah, man. Rethink your life a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I
mean? a little bit.
This should open your eyes. That's what this is right here. Okay? But yeah, and I'm blown away that there's there's an organization of just fish and chip businesses. That's so, trippy to me. I didn't know that they had stuff to argue, but
yeah, apparently I'm thinking it is very a high wire job working with fish and chips. It seems like everything would be set in stone, just all right, you cook it this way and then you cook the chips, but I'm sure there are plenty of arguments.
Hey.
For them to use sunflower oil means there certainly was a discussion, because sunflower oil to me feels fairly recent, as in maybe the past 30 years or something, but maybe it's been longer. I saw here it said that an alternative is palm oil, and that has doubled in price. So
they feeling it.
Yeah.
Yo, good luck to y'all out there, you know what I mean? Might have to do tofu and fish for a little bit, tofu and chips.
Well, I don't know. There's rocketing price for fertilizer needed to grow potatoes. Well, shit.
Damn, but y'all taking L's everywhere.
Yeah, so really, I guess we just got to eat air and paper. I don't know.
England, have you tried wheat germ? Okay.
Don't do it. Your constitutions are not built for it. I know you can't take it.
Look into it, That's what I'm saying, Little change never hurt. Do spam and grits.
No, man.
We need something that rhymes. What are the other options?
Yeah, I guess spam and grits is as close to fish and chips as they're gonna get.
Same idea. You got a protein and a carb in there. You good. And, other food news. Okay. McDonald's has a sweet new treat coming for the summer, Sha. That's right. McDonald's is adding a new McFlurry to its lineup, hoping an enticing summer treat can keep customers loyal as prices keep creeping higher. Beginning May 25th, for a limited time, McDonald's will start selling a chocolatey Pretzel Mcflurry that mixes vanilla soft serve ice cream with chocolate-covered pretzel bits topped with a caramel swirl. It's the perfect combination of salty sweet, the company said. Prices for the new McFlurry will vary depending on city and will be available in 2 sizes, regular and snack size. It's the second sweet item added to its menu in recent weeks. McDonald's started selling the glazed pull-apart donut in early May.
I'm surprised we didn't talk about the pull-apart donut. I was in a McDonald's recently, and I saw a picture of it, and I was like, what? What is... Why are you a bakery all of a sudden? I mean, I'm sure, chocolate pretzel, I'm sure with a caramel, you're speaking my language across the board, but we all know that machine ain't going to be working. So there's no need even getting hyped. And you're probably going to have the same pricing as a regular and a large, but it's going to be, the regular is going to be for the snack size and the large is going to be for the regular. Like, I don't know, man.
Get your act together over there.
Yeah, I know we've talked about McDonald's and how it's just different in New York than anywhere else, but I really, like, last week was just like, I really feel for New Yorkers not going to a good McDonald's. Like, I mean, it just breaks my heart because what you know is what you've known, and it's the same with the city. There's just so many people, and everything is just harried and noisy, and you don't get, it's just not the same. Even the ones within the city that you have to drive to, and if there's a drive-through, but it's still in New York City, so it's still wild and just, just goats and papers flying everywhere and cans, and it's just such a mess. And to not know what it's like to just go into one of those damn suburban McDonald's where it's just like every time you walk in, the floor's been freshly mopped. Like it's, and there's just so much space, and you're watching them make the burger. Like, I don't know, man. It just makes me sad. It makes me sad for New Yorkers.
Listen, it's what we deal with. The McDonald's that I have near me has forgotten something in my order, I would say once a week for about a year now.
See?
Like consistently dropping the ball. And like I asked about it once, and like the dude was like, yo, what you want from me, man? Like that was his whole vibe. Like and it was like initially shot, like I was angry, but like I felt his pain. Like he was like, yeah, I'm trying. Like he like, what are you? We like he was just so frustrated. It was just so pure. Like, what you want from me, man? And I was like, yo, like I'm missing an item on the order. He's like, you want extra nuggets? Just tell me you want extra nuggets. I don't care if you're missing an item or not. You're like, here. And he just gave me like the nuggets. The next time I went through, I ordered a sausage, egg, and cheese the meal, and he just threw extra hash browns. He's like, see, I'm looking out. My bad on that last. Like, I've just never seen a dude so like straight up like, yo, I'm just doing the motions, my G. Like I'm trying. Okay, there's a lot going on. You don't see it. And I've never worked at a McDonald's, but like I know he's dealing with some shit. If that's like his response, he was like, whatever, B. You want 2 of these shits? I don't give a fuck. Just keep it moving. Okay? I'm trying to survive these 8 hours. That's it. I don't care what you get. You want 30 of these shits? Yeah. He like, you paid for something, I'm gonna give you something. Yo, his genuineness was so pure, yo. Like it was just like whatever.
Wow.
Whatever it takes to get you out of this drive-through happy, that's what you're gonna get, my G. Okay?
Oh my God.
I don't care.
And that he remembered you is so funny.
Well, man's like, yo, see, I'm looking out. I'm like, no doubt, homie. We dap it up now. Like, that's my dude. We've bonded.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, man. Finally, a Picasso portrait that he painted for his lover, Marie, Therese Walter, is fetching $67.5 million.
Mm-hmm.
And it's of her as a sea creature.
Oh,
That's right.
that's
Pablo
sweet.
Picasso's most curious painting of his lover, Marie Therese Walter, in which she appears as a tentacle sea creature, has sold for $67.5 million over the estimated $60 million. Femme nue couche, am I saying that right?
Yes.
Naked woman
Femme nu
reclining.
couche.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Naked Woman Reclining made its auction debut Tuesday at the Sotheby's sale in New York. Ahead of the sale, the auction house said that the anonymous seller acquired the work directly from Picasso's descendants in 2006 after it had been in the artist's estate for decades. Picasso died in 1973 and Walter in 77.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me tell you something. Those may or may not know, our troops may or may not know that my day job, I work in an art foundation, office manager in art foundation. So I'm overhearing a lot of stuff in the art world type of
Yeah.
thing. So for the past few weeks, or like 2 weeks ago or something like that, there were a couple of big auctions, and at the two kind of biggest auction houses, I guess, Christie's and Sotheby's. And anyone who knows correctly can just let me know if I'm totally wrong on all of this. I get it. I'm barely paying attention. But so there were a lot of and these two auctions, there were a lot of big ticket items. Like they were just like, let's see if the art world is back, baby.
Yeah.
So a lot of there were a few records broken. And so a lot of notable things were sold at these auctions. This Picasso one, 67.5 million. He basically, it looks like an octopus with, at the end of one tentacle is like, I guess probably her head. And if you wanted to make it kind of cartoony, you're thinking, oh, look, those are the eyes of this octopus. But actually, I think those are her boobies.
Oh, okay. I
Oh
definitely
yeah, that
eyes.
helps. Yeah, yeah. It definitely looks like eyes, but I was like, nah, this is Picasso. I see that's the head, them probably the tits. So um yeah, but yeah, so that's kind of nice. Also things that sold, and this is kind of off the top of my head right now. Um this one I know because this is the foundation I work for, but we didn't sell this. But an Andy Warhol painting of Marilyn Monroe
Okay.
sold for a ridiculous amount of money, 195 million or something like that.
What?
Maybe. Yeah, something like that. It set a record for the most for an American artist, I think, at an auction. And yeah, so that sold. And then but what's most important, which actually I was a little salty that nobody at my job mentioned this, but I know that they were really paying more attention to the Warhol since that's their job. But that okay, you know, um let me make sure I'm getting the name right. Ernie Barnes. Do you
Yeah.
know who that is?
No.
Okay. Ernie Barnes is a black artist. He was a painter. He did a lot of like portraiture kind, I don't, maybe not portraiture, but just like people. And he has a very distinct style, and basically the painting at the end of Good Times, the TV show Good Times,
Okay.
with all the people and they're really long and they're dancing and they've got those you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
What I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about? Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Shake Shack, I think is, or the
Yeah.
Sugar Shack or something like that. He painted that.
Okay.
That was up for auction. That iconic. It was the cover of Marvin Gaye's album I Want You. It's the
Yeah.
cover art for that. It's, you know, it's what JJ on the Good Times, that's what his paintings were supposed to be like. They used Ernie Barnes' painting. He's like, it's the most famous, I'd say one of the most famous black art paintings in Black America, if not beyond. We all know this painting.
Yeah, yeah.
It was up for auction. They had it lowball. They were just like, here's what we think it may sell for. And I'm trying to, let me see.
Yeah,
Auction.
the Sugar Shack.
Sugar Shack. That's it. All right. Ernie Barnes auction. Oh, yeah. they thought it would sell for maybe 200,000 or some ridiculously low amount like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the high estimate for what they thought it would sell for was 200,000. It sold for 15.3 million.
That's what it is, yo.
Yeah, it's like the auction just went back and forth. It was a man, this guy named Bill Perkins, who works in energy or something. I think he came from Houston to bid on it because he was like, "I'm gonna get this shit." And and there were a lot of people. There was a lot of interest. It turns out, much more than I think this was a Christie's one.
Yeah.
More than they thought would be, apparently. But 15.3 million. That's a huge. It went 76 times over its high estimate.
That's what it is, yo. I love seeing that.
Yeah. So this, this black dude, he managed to get it, and he wanted. I think he's black. He's real light skinned. Anywho, and there was another piece of his too that he wanted to get, but he was like, I was just so happy to get the big one. I forgot about the other one. But I mean, it ended up doing like 2 million when they thought it was only going to do like much less. I just want to bring that to everyone's attention because we're going to hear about Picasso. We're going to hear about Warhol and all this other shit. I just want someone to know that this young man, he's probably in his 50s, bought Sugar Shack. It was up for auction and that shit went up. Like it cost, he paid a lot of money. It did better than they thought. And I had to scrounge for news on that like 2 or 3 days after the auction, whereas the other stuff I heard immediately.
Huh.
So I just want to make sure we all know that, that we're out here, like old, new art, whatever it is, we're out here. We're still
doing big things, baby.
We're doing big things. And that, that painting, you didn't make that up. That painting is super important. And, I don't know. I feel like more should be said about it and his style. I really just like his style as well.
Yeah, that shit is dope.
Yeah.
I've seen it like the style copied a lot, actually.
A lot. That's really how you know that you hitting on the streets. When was it Camp Low? I feel like the cover of their album or something was like a rip on it. There have been so many rips. I think my family had, it wasn't, they made like posters of it because I think he painted it in the 70s. So it wasn't his work, but it was it was something like it. And they had it framed or whatever. I was like, this isn't the actual thing. And they're like, yeah, no, we know. This is the one we could get. And I'm like, all right, that's fair.
I ain't mad at that at all. You know what's really trippy? I found the X-Men version of the cover as well. Like,
I'm sorry, what?
The X-Men, they had there was like a cover art made. So the Sugar Shack inspired the cover of Camp Low,
right?
Which inspired a cover for a comic book episode of the X-Men.
Okay.
So like it's like super like deep cut, but yeah, it's pretty chill. I'm gonna send you to work in a bit, but yeah, to your point, if it's mimicked, that means that it's like it's hitting. Shit looks dope.
Absolutely,
but
absolutely.
I'm glad it's winning, and I also verified Bill Perkins is black. He
okay.
He deals with white women, but he is black himself.
He is black. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
it happens. I mean, if you got $15.3 million to pay for Sugar Shack,
word up.
I mean, I guess. All right. I guess you're probably also going to have a white woman on your arm. Those are the odds. That's just how that game is played. We get that.
Yeah, his dad was a football player and a politician, and then he runs a hedge fund.
Okay.
He's 53, and his girlfriend looks like 20.
Oh, sure. So, no, see, that's all just basic patriarchy shit. I can't get any madder than I am about that.
Listen,
fun fact about
this painting, baby.
Fun fact about Ernie Barnes, he was also a football player. And at some point, I think he hurt himself finally and stopped playing. But he was always sketching while like on the field. Like he had paper and he would sketch shit. And so I think maybe the commissioner or something like, or maybe a coach of another team hired him back as like an official artist for the team.
That's
so
dope.
He would sit on the sidelines and like draw the players. That's wild.
That's trippy.
Yeah, that I was just like, that's kind of fantastic. That's kind of fantastic.
You gotta love it.
Yeah.
If you
Uh-oh.
would like to see me and Shalewa with sketches and buy them for $15 to $100 million.
Yeah. Oh wow, to 100. Okay.
I mean,
right.
we gotta dream big, you know.
Uh-huh.
All you gotta do is like, subscribe to the show, baby. If you are an Apple or Spotify listener, we appreciate the ratings. 4 stars. You don't think our paintings are worth $15 million? We want to surprise
How dare you? Yeah.
Okay, we got gems in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 5 stars. You see the vision. You seen us. I told y'all I got markers. Okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. Okay. He's got markers. I got lots of crayons.
That's
I have
it.
a lot of crayons and some sort of vision. So yes.
That's it. We got a whole new fusion. Y'all ain't ready for.
No,
you know?
You're not.
It's the future. The painting's gonna be great.
They're all done on Post-it notes.
Oh man, if you have any articles you'd like us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter and Instagram at Silky Jumbo at Gastor Almonte. But all that said, I am the soon to be artistic revolution.
Mm-hmm.
Gastor Almonte, always with the $100 million worth of paintings. Shalewa Sharpe.
Oh no.
This has been the last broke episode of the War Report before this.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We're auctioning off all our works.
Next episode, we flossing up ahead. It's gonna be crazy. With all this paint money, okay? Catch y'all next time. Or if not, see you at the auction house, okay?
Yeah, we'll be there with the paddles.
Right there, baby. Mm-hmm. Catch y'all next time. Peace.